I'm punching things so I can be more emotionally intelligent.
Well, and physically intelligent.
And physically intelligent. Physical and emotional intelligence are tied. The more physically intelligent you are, the more you are available to be emotionally intelligent, and vice versa. I'm not going to make the correlation right across the board, because we know several men who are very physically talented and physically intelligent, and have very little emotional intelligence. And we know very emotionally intelligent men who have very little physical intelligence. And so this is about combining the two. Practicing actually moving your body. So I'm going to stop talking because that bothers me about my mentors. Something I am processing. So, and I'll give you guys a chance to hold the pad too. Because if I walk up to Josh and I hold the pad like this and he's going to hit it, is that a good idea?
Nope. No.
No. So, what?
Could be.
If I want to learn how to control my own emotions by getting repeatedly hit in the head, I would go home and play with my kids. Alright, so I'm going to hold it out here so you have space to punch it and it has space to go. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
And I want you, as you start feeling things, as things start coming up, as I go around the circle, I want you to shout them out. So actually circle up, circle up, circle up. Spread out, take one step backwards. Yeah, you half circled in. Here, you stand there. I guess this would be a star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Pentagram.
Oh, wow.
Perfect. You guys rock. Alright. So we'll start with there.
Okay.
Ready?
Kick it.
Feel free to move your bodies, hands the way that's most comfortable for you.
Oh. Oops. Oh.
Switch hands.
Switch hands? Okay.
Awesome. What emotions are coming? What thoughts? What feelings as you're hitting this? Are you hitting it dead center? Are you hitting it off to the side? If you're hitting out to the side, what are you feeling? If you're hitting it dead center, what are you feeling? Shout it out, guys. Energy. Energy. What do you got? Come on.
Uncertainty.
Uncertainty.
Yeah. Release.
Release.
Focus.
Focus.
Concentration.
Concentration.
Practice.
Practice.
Not my child.
Not my child.
Oh, whoops. I missed it.
Wait. Whoops, I missed it.
I wasn't concentrating.
Awesome. Did that bring anything else up?
I wasn't focused. I wasn't concentrating.
Okay. What feelings did that bring up?
Negative ones, I know that. Not confident in my ability. Not in tune with, I guess, in tune with myself, my being.
Awesome. So what is the number one limiting belief coming up for you right now when you think, dang, I missed it?
Fear.
Fear of?
Fear of failure, fear of missing the target.
I'm afraid of failing, I'm afraid of missing the target. Awesome. You want to let go of this belief?
Yes.
Is this belief serving you?
No.
Awesome. What do you want to choose into?
That I am confident. That I can reach the target.
I am confident in my ability to hit my targets.
I am confident in my ability to hit the target.
Awesome. How's that going to show up in the rest of your life? What if you miss?
That I try again. And I keep doing it until I hit the target.
I am confident in my ability to hit the target.
I am confident in my ability to hit the target.
Awesome. Keep going. Well, Cecily. Awkward? So Michael, awkward.
Yeah.
So it's the first limiting belief that comes up and you think, oh, that was awkward.
That I'm in a situation that I'm not familiar with, not comfortable with.
So what's the
And-
belief?
Well, and then I guess the underlying belief is that I'll end up being unsuccessful.
I'm going to be unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this belief serving you?
No, it's not.
You want to get rid of it?
Yeah.
And choosing something else?
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you want to believe?
I'm successful in my endeavors.
I'm successful in all of my endeavors.
I am successful in all of my endeavors.
Awesome. How's that going to show up in your life?
It's going to show up by the confidence that I exude as I step into whatever opportunity presents itself to me.
Awesome. Have at it. Perfect. You see why we're doing this. You see why it's useful to combine the physicality with the belief breakthrough.
It's a show up action.
Switch. Alright.
Does your arm get tired holding that?
What?
Does your arm get tired holding it?
No.
Just curious.
You can give someone else a chance. Michael? Now, Michael, as you were doing this,
Yes.
think about the beliefs you have about something you're holding being hit. You being the target. This is an extension of you now.
Okay.
So think about what's coming up as you're going around the circle. People are hitting something that is currently attached to you. So focus on that.
Okay.
And you guys, as you're going around, keep feeling those feelings. Let them come to the surface.
I'm already there.
Alright, good.
You sure you want me to hit first?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, wait, hold on. What's coming up for you?
I don't want to hurt him.
You don't want to hurt them?
No,
Alright.
because I will. If that was part of his body, it would hurt him, and I don't want to hurt him.
Alright.
And it's not a fear of hurting. It's a knowledge, a perfect knowledge of hurting.
I don't want to hurt him. Excellent. Can I offer that that is a limiting belief?
Sure.
That keeps you from stepping into your power and into your strength. The belief, I don't want to hurt him.
I think it keeps me cautious. Maybe overly cautious.
So, how does it serve you to believe I might hurt him? I don't want to hurt him.
I don't know.
Are you able to hit with your full strength, believing
No.
I don't want to hurt him?
No.
Can this take your full strength?
No.
This?
No.
If you were to punch it with your full strength?
No.
Okay, I will believe you. So, stepping into a punch with the belief I don't want to hurt him, what are you attracting?
Well, I don't think I'm attracting. I'm not sure
The
what I'm
punch.
attracting.
We attract what we think.
I know when I hit it,
Mm-hmm.
I lost focus. When you were doing it, I was fine. I don't know what that means. No. When you,
I know what
you
it
were
means.
holding me here, you know, I can hit that just fine, but my focus is there. When I hit it this time, I pulled my focus. I looked over here to see if if what I did caused somebody pain. And yeah, I think that's a limiting belief. What it limits, I'm not sure.
Awesome. Does it matter what it limits?
No,
Do you want to hold on to it? If you know it limits you?
probably not.
Have you heard somebody before?
Everybody.
I've heard somebody too. It's held me back too, so don't feel bad.
So, your breakthrough can help Troy. So let's do lightning.
Okay.
This belief, I'm afraid I don't want to hurt him. What belief will serve you better? What a belief about your power, your strength, how you show up in relation to other people. What belief is more life-creating than I don't want to hurt him.
Yeah, I'm gonna need help with that.
Okay. Ideas?
I've actually had a similar limiting belief as I'm stepping into a new relationship. Jen's got 2 children, 3 and 8.
Oh, God.
And the limiting belief, the fear that came up for me was I don't want to step into this relationship and have them become somewhat attached and then have the relationship fail and then have them hurt because of my failure. And as you were talking about this, I just recognized that that's a limiting belief that I have. And so the turnaround, as I was thinking it through, is that that I conduct myself in a way that no matter what happens, that their lives will be enriched for.
Beautiful. I love that. You see, we're walking around punching this thing, and he's having a breakthrough about how he's showing up in his relationship with his girlfriend's kids. How long might it have been before he had that breakthrough if Eric had not expressed, I don't want to hurt him? This is warrior training, brothers. Emotional and physical training. So I offer you this. I show up authentically for me and use my strength appropriately in every situation. And instead of, if you don't know he can take it, if you don't know that he can take as much as you can hit, is it still being authentic? Pull your punch a little?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it authentic to hit it as hard as you want? Because he stepped in here choosing, knowing that people were going to be hitting that thing.
Yeah.
It's still authentic. What is appropriate is you assessing the situation. He is an unknown quantity to you as such. You know me. You've known me for years. You know I can take it when you hit it. Michael, you met him today. You don't know what he can take. So you are assessing the situation, appropriately using not only your strength of arm, your strength of mind, your strength of consciousness, your strength of being observant. Using your strength appropriately in every situation. So take that and make it yours.
I arrive physically with intent.
Ooh, yes. Ooh. Perfect. What do you guys feel? What's coming up for you? What do you notice? What patterns are you falling into as you're hitting? We've hit it quite a few times, both hands. What do you feel?
Uncertainty.
Uncertainty. So, pause for a moment. Josh,
Yeah.
what's the number one limiting belief that comes up when you believe I am uncertain?
I'm not doing it right.
I'm not doing it right. How's that showing up in your life?
Lots, actually. Just second guessing myself at every step, wondering if it's the right thing. Like not trusting myself, I guess.
But when's the first time you remember, the first memory to come to mind when you think, I'm not doing it right?
Probably, I mean, an image of me as like a toddler just flashed into my mind. I don't know what I was doing, but I'm sure I was just like learning the ropes of life.
So as a toddler, you chose into, I'm not doing it right. And you carried it all these years.
Mm-hmm.
If someone could show up for you as a toddler and tell you the truth, who would it be? Who would that toddler listen to?
My dad.
Your dad. So your dad shows up. You're just chosen to, I'm not doing it right. And your dad shows up to your toddler self. He's in his highest and best self. What does he say to you as a toddler?
Says it doesn't. What am I trying to verbalize here?
As a toddler.
As a toddler, it doesn't matter whether or not you're doing it right. It's whether or not you're doing it with full intent, full integrity. If you believe that it's right, then it's right.
Now, toddler Josh,
Yeah.
what would make sense to a toddler? How would your father show up to you as a toddler that would allow you to understand and know that what you did was okay because you did it with full intent?
It's a good question. Just keep trying. The more you try, the better you'll get. But don't worry about being good at it.
Your father helping you try. Your
Yeah.
father actually taking the time to help you
Yeah.
try. So picture that in your mind.
Okay.
Just make up a scenario where you tried something, you felt you had failed, and your father shows up, speaks those words, and then he helps you up and helps you do it again until you got it.
Okay.
You got that in your mind?
Yep.
What's your new belief? What do you want to choose to believe?
I put in my best effort, always.
I always put in my best effort. I am always working at my best.
Yes.
Perfect. Continue.
Oh.
Always working at your best. I
Yeah.
love that. All right. Let's see for now.
Okay.
How was that for you guys?
Fun. It's good.
It was fun.
It was fun.
How many of you were able, sorry, go ahead.
No, as I say, it helped release energy that's been kept inside.
How many of you were able to get back to your little boy? Just having fun hitting something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
Is there anything wrong with hitting stuff?
No, when do we get to go with a
Appropriately.
baseball bat to hit a special painted glass?
There's something wrong with that maybe, but.
Yeah,
But hitting things isn't necessarily wrong.
Hitting things is not
it's
wrong.
not wrong.
Hitting things is not bad. Men and little boys have been hitting things for eons of time.
But there are bad reasons for hitting things.
What we are learning here
And there are
is
inappropriate things to hit.
the emotional intelligence to figure out what's coming up as we're hitting things. Eric had several things coming up for him.
Constantly.
Eric constantly had things coming up for him. We had breakthroughs with Josh and Michael. I saw Troy having his own breakthroughs as you guys were having your breakthroughs. So can you imagine being part of a program where this is what we did regularly? We get together as men, go out and be physical together. Have these amazing emotional breakthroughs so we go back into life and we can visualize in our minds, okay, this just happened and made me feel this. Why? Do a quick turnaround and be like, oh man, I can show up more powerfully now because I'm no longer angry when I stub my toe. I recognize it as pain and I deal with it. Or if any other situation comes up where you need to be physical, you need to fix a car. I can't tell you how many times growing up I tried to fix a car and would end up getting angry at the car because of feelings of inadequacy. I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I doing the right thing? Those thoughts, getting under the anger, getting under the feelings.
Don't punch the car.
Don't punch the car. It sometimes hurts.
Every time.
Cars have feelings
Every
too.
time.
Cars have feelings too. This is what Limitless Warrior is going to be. This is what it is. We as men getting together, supporting one another as men in battle. Because that's where we are. Every time we step out our door, every time we wake up in the morning, We're fighting against something. Our own apathy, our own laziness, the emotions that come up when our children do something we don't like, when our spouse or girlfriend or coworker or relative says something that offends us. We immediately throw up shields, we throw up walls, and we go to war in that moment. Our job as Limitless Warriors is to end the unnecessary battles in our lives so that all of our energy and focus can be directed towards the battles that matter. Physical training helps us do that by bringing up the beliefs that may not come up any other way. So who would be interested in taking part in the 2-day Limitless Warrior event?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Before you go on,
Yes.
did anybody else, because I wanted to release my rage on the little, yeah, whatever you call it. Anybody else feel that way?
Tiger Claw.
Or am I just kind of on my own? And it's okay if I'm on my own here, because,
Yeah.
I mean, and my rage is like, the whole time he's going through breakthrough, I'm thinking about how I can eat this thing. We're gonna cook it and eat it. That's the rage level.
Kind of shaped like a steak.
It doesn't matter. It's going down.
Pork, lamb chop.
Gonna stomp it, cut
There's-
it, kill it.
Yeah.
There's probably an element of rage in everybody, just it's everybody's, individual. I mean, everybody has different things they're going through. I mean,
I don't like to start hitting things though.
And that is exactly why
Now,
I was having.
That is my big thing.
a couple months ago, I was in the place where, yeah, a lot of that rage would have come up.
Yeah. A couple of months ago, I would never even came
Yeah.
because I know I would have gone berserk.
Because of the physicality of like, yeah. We all
Which is why I'm
need-
glad I missed the first exercise, because just that exercise would probably put me off for the rest of the meeting.
Which person?
Treating somebody like they're going to,
Like they're gonna.
like they're your enemy or they're gonna hurt you.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do that safely even now.
Because because. of
Because
how you
everybody
react.
is gonna hurt me. I mean, my consciousness says that.
And this is why we're doing this training. This is
So-
why I'm developing Limitless Warrior.
It's
Is
also
because of
to
reasons like that.
It's
So we
also to
have an
untrain
outlet.
certain things.
Yeah, untrain physical reactions and
Right.
train appropriate physical reactions and appropriate emotional reactions. We all need outlets. We all need emotional outlets. Because, let's face it, we were probably all raised by about the same generation of parents who were not extremely available in their emotions either. And so I know I learned when I get angry, people get hurt. When I cry, people will laugh at me. The only emotions it's okay to express are happiness and humor.
There was a time for that, but not anymore.
Yeah. So, we need to train ourselves. What does it look like to appropriately express anger? Appropriately express fear? Or appropriately express sadness? How to express pain? Emotional and physical. That's what Limitless Warriors do.
Well, I tell you what, the other 2 weeks ago when I was working on the job, I slipped on a bumper
I see that.
and grind my leg all the way down.
Nice battle scar.
That's what's left. It was bruised, but I was cut all over here. And it was while I was delivering a truckload of stuff to a business. And these people are, I'm scanning I'm with UPS, I'm scanning the packages and I'm throwing them up on the dock for the receivers. And this happens, and oh my gosh, it hurt. Well, I had to bite my tongue, I grit my teeth, but I didn't say a word. Now, I could have said a few select 4-letter words, but I didn't. So, because I knew where I was and who was around me. Now, if I was by myself, okay. If nobody could hear me, sure. But I didn't. That's one of the things I try to remember, that warriors have certain characteristics, certain traits about them. One of them is self-restraint. I know now, am I perfect in that? No. No, I'm still, I mean, there's...
That is a great point. What is the difference, you guys, in self-restraint, being able to restrain yourself, and your emotional reactions, and your physical reactions, and simply not doing it?
Because normally, I would have said a few things, I would have pounded my fist on the wall of the truck, I would have been enraged.
So what?
It hurt.
So what's the difference between what you did, like restraint, and actual restraining yourself, and simply not punching the truck and saying the words?
Because I used to feel like the damn thing hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt it, you know? But now I know the truck ain't gonna feel it. It's not alive, you know? It doesn't have blood. It doesn't have, it doesn't live like I do.
Yeah.
So I took about 5 minutes. I sat down, and a couple of guys went back and got me something to clean my cut up and gave me a Band-Aid and stuff. But and they saw it. A couple of guys saw exactly what happened. They knew I was hurting. So I took a few minutes. I sat down. I finished it. I finished the stop. I finished the rest of them for the day. Battered and bruised. Now I just got a nice.
So question, is it okay to express yourself when you get hurt?
Yeah.
Is it
Yes,
okay to express
absolutely.
that you are in pain?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I will never forget the time I watched a Jazz game against New Orleans, and it was towards the end of the game. The Jazz blew the lead, and the Hornets came back to end up beating them. But power forward David West for New Orleans, he went up for a rebound, and he came down, and his knee just turned into a piece of hamburger. And I can remember right there on the court, with 15,000 people watching and whatever TV cameras, he was screaming in pain. And you could hear it too, above all the crowd noise. He was screaming. Because it hurt him so bad.
There is always an appropriate reaction to what happens to you. You can express anger. Is it okay to express anger?
Yeah.
Probably.
Is it okay to express sadness?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it okay to express pain
Yes.
and hurt and frustration and disappointment?
What happens if you don't?
What happens if you don't?
If you keep it all bottled up inside,
Causes physical problems.
it will cause real physical problems later on.
And we'll get into that later in the program. It's important to remember. It is important to remember. We have a relationship with absolutely everything in our reality. I have a relationship with Eric. I have a relationship with the floor. I have a relationship with the fake plant.
And the real ones.
And the real ones. Everything is made up of and surrounded by energy. If I show up in hurtful anger, unnecessary rage, and violence, I am putting that energy into the relationship I have with any given thing. So if I scrape my knee on the bumper of a truck and I blame the truck,
Oh, I could have.
yeah,
I wanted to. Seriously, but I didn't.
I'm giving power to that item in my relationship. I'm giving away a portion of my power because I'm blaming it. It was not my fault I slipped on the truck.
was an
Somehow it's
accident,
the truck's fault, or the person who, can I go a bit deeper with that?
Yeah.
It was my fault. I'm the one that slipped on it.
And consciously, we would want to blame the truck. If we were to blame things like the truck. But what is beyond the truck?
It's my job.
Who do we have a relationship with beyond the truck? My job.
It's the reason I'm in the truck.
Represents something.
And somebody, because I know if I would have said something or did something abstract, that's gonna it's gonna leave negative energy on those people. They're gonna think, oh, this guy's a wacko, you know?
Yeah. And Eric's right. I'm blaming the truck. Therefore, I'm blaming the reason why I'm in the truck. I'm blaming my job for the reason I got hurt. If my job is the reason I got hurt, well, how do I feel about my job? How do I feel about my boss? How do I feel about the people who made the truck? It's the truck manufacturer's fault because they did this and this with the bumper and they actually made the truck that I slipped on. It's their fault.
Like, yeah,
Our-
I used to be blame mode.
Where, if we do like Troy did, and take responsibility and say, I slipped on the truck. Who's affected? If we blame the truck, we know we're blaming the truck, my job, the boss, people who made the truck, my boss's wife,
The people watching me work.
people watching you work. The blame goes in layers because it's never just that one thing our energy is hitting. However, if we take the responsibility and say, I made this happen, I was the one who slipped and hurt myself, I take that responsibility, where does it end?
Right here.
Right here?
Right here. And then all we have to deal with is the pain instead of holding on to the blame.
Then I realized by not hitting the truck, which I felt like doing, I didn't hurt my hand because the thing's made out of steel, you know, and wooden floor, you know. I couldn't hit the box because it belonged to them.
Troy just dropped a huge golden nugget on us.
I missed it.
When we react out of anger or blame or inappropriately act out of, when we inappropriately act, if we get hurt and we get angry and we hit something,
That's reaction.
what's happening? We're causing more pain to ourselves and whatever else we hit, which causes another reaction and more reaction.
I think the skill needs to be learned is to not react and act proactively, you know?
Take responsibility and act. Well, thank you, man, so much for being here tonight.
Thank you.
I got a whole lot out of this meeting, and I hope you did as well. We're planning a 2-day Limitless Warriors Regional the first weekend in March, the 3rd and 4th of March.
Good.
So if you're interested,
You know where that's going to be?
I do not have a location. If you're interested in going, I have a sign up over here. Give me your name, and I will contact you
Absolutely.
with more of the information. So I'd love to have you guys there. And as many of your friends and family that you feel
Age limit.
would benefit. Age limit is 18. It's a regional, and
So you can't be older than 18? Oh, younger than 18.
we're making it 18.
Big idea, folk.
Honor system.
Right. You honor among thieves or warriors?
Honor among warriors.
Wait.
Yes.
What if it's a warrior that's a thief?
All right. All right, Anthony, so
Yes.
you said the handle here is made out of cowhide?
Yes.
Is that the sheath also?